Hello, so I've made it to Hobart. I'm just running for the sky bus. I've just got in. We had a bit of fun landing. We had a missed attempt. I'm just getting my sky bus pass ready. Yeah, it was a missed attempt because of the fog, and then he said, okay, we'll attempt to land again. However, if we have any issues, we'll have to head back to Melbourne. So none of us were wanting that. Morning. So I kind of explained it at the airport, however it was very noisy in there, so you may or may not have heard me. If this clip is making it, you probably couldn't hear me. Currently in Hobart. I'm heading to MONA today, which is the Museum of Old and New Art. They have a new exhibition in there called Name Dropping, and Wu-Tang Clan have an album that is one of its kind in the world. It's the most expensive album ever sold in the world, and today is the last day they're hosting public listening parties. So I'm on the wait list and hoping, with my fingers crossed, that I can actually go and listen. Currently down by the waterside and just waiting to get the ferry. Getting the ferry out. It's the Brook Street Pier, and yeah, it's very fresh here. Very, very fresh. But I've got a nice big coat on, and yeah, I'm really excited to be going. I do love art, so I'm just excited to go and see MONA if I don't get a chance to listen to the album. But I'm putting the positive vibes out there and hoping I can. So you'll come along with me. Enjoy.
that dark lark. The Christmas, which for this one is a bakery here in Hobart. They're choose their fruit paste for their Christmas pies in wine barrels.
Yum.
And then we take those barrels when they're done with them with that leftover.
Oh yeah, yum.
Fruity, spicy.
Yeah.
Like a shoe, and then we finish the whiskey in there.
Beautiful.
It's so good.
Yum.
It's slightly on the sweeter side.
Okay.
And it has those like spicy notes.
Yeah, yeah.
So nice.
Beautiful.
And then the sherry aged and sherry finished. Finished in like Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez cherries.
Yeah, yeah.
So a little bit of that sweetness again, and that like nice nuttiness. So nice.
Beautiful.
I recommend going in this order.
Okay,
right,
cool.
Because we have like 43%, I think, 44 point something.
And it so goes higher and
So
yep.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Kind of with the flavor.
Please note the new number is the number you have dialed.
Okay, so this one is the dark lark. This one is like a bright honeycomb, light spiced oak, and caramelized pineapple. That's what sold me the caramelized pineapple. Oh, it smells so good, and it's 43 ABV. Yum, that's delicious. And this one's the lighter and less proof, and they go up in proof, so she suggested I try them in the order she's put them down, which is the order I ordered them in actually, and it's the dark lark. Then we have the Christmas cask, which she was saying that there's a local baker here in Hobart who makes mince pies, and they put their fruit mince in old wine barrels to ferment before they use it in the pies, and then Lark take those barrels from the baker who has had the fruit in them, and then they put the spirit into it, so you get even more flavour in that. And that one, oh my god, just on the nose alone it smells so good. It smells like Christmas pudding almost, but with like vanilla custard. And that's what it says. So yeah, fruit mince, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla custard. So it smells just like Christmas. Oh, yum. That's very smooth and very like a very sort of syrupy mouthfeel. It's yeah, it feels a little thicker. I think that could be due to the fruit, you know, in the cask it's just that bit heavier, but it's beautiful. And then I was going to try the rum and PX cask, but she actually suggested the sherry aged sherry finish, so that's the one I've gone with, because when I saw that I was like, oh, actually I do love a sherry cask. Oh my god, that smells so good. And what does it say? Yeah, so this one was it's a marriage of first fill ex sherry casks finished in a Oloroso, finished in an Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez style sherry bus from Seppeltsfield. Now I've had some of the Seppeltsfield Tokay in when I was over there in South Australia, and it was beautiful. So their fortifieds are actually really, really lovely. So this is finished in one of those casks. Yum, 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 yum. All very delicious. They also gave me a tasting wheel, and it's got like the guide. So if you're new to whiskey tasting and that kind of thing, it sort of describes the appearance, the aroma, and the taste. And then on this side, there's all these different flavors. So depending on the type of grain or what you're tasting and whatnot, which I think is really cool as well. And I will be playing around and figuring out what notes I can get from each of the whiskies. But it's also, yeah, really good for newbies. So yeah, I'll continue enjoying this, and I'll see you after. So she came over and was asking how the tasting was going, and flipped the coaster over and said scan for another dram on us. So I signed up for their newsletter and I got a whole nother free dram. And I could have gone for one of the more expensive ones, and I was nearly going to go for the rum one that I didn't go for earlier. But they do have a Tasmanian peated whiskey, and I do enjoy a Scottish peated whiskey. And she mentioned that this comes from the Tasmanian Highlands, and it's freshwater peat, not saltwater peat, so it has a very different profile to Scottish peat. With Scottish peat, it's kind of like hit you in the face with a bonfire, but it's also very delicious. I really enjoy it. Whereas this one, she said, will be a much smoother and more subtle taste. And so, yeah, I can't even, on the nose, you can't really smell that traditional smoky scent of a peated whiskey. But ooh, okay, yes, yum. This one's 46 ABV, and it is really smooth, like really smooth, and with a really like soft, subtle peat. Nothing like Scottish peat. It's like just a really lovely, easy drinker. So like anyone who would be new to whiskey, especially new to some form of peated whiskey, that is delicious. And very, very soft on the smoke, if you will, you know, like the traditional profile of a peated whiskey. That is really yummy as well. So yeah, I'm going to continue enjoying it. I think the sherry is my favourite, then the Christmas one, then just because they are very sort of sherry forward, then the peated. I think the last one would have to be the dark Lark. It's delicious, but it is very gentle, and you know, for a beginner whiskey, like if someone was new to whiskey, that's a great one to start on, because there's enough flavour there without it being too much. And yeah, but definitely the sherry one for me. But the others, they're all delicious. They're all really, really yum. So if you are in Tassie, I would highly recommend coming to the Lark Cellar Door here in Hobart. It's in the city, it's just down from the harbour. If you've gone out to Mona, like I did today, if you've gone out to Mona and come back into the city, it's literally like a 5-minute walk, if that, from where the ferry drops you off from Mona. So you could come and enjoy this before you head off for dinner or wherever else you're going for the day. Would recommend. Because I'm enjoying it all so much, I decided to order another one. So this will be my 5th tasting, and I've gone with one of their rare cask series because it's the Para 1992 cask, which is the year I was born. So I was like, well, it's a sign I have to try it. And she just said that it was actually the year that Lark started, so that's why they purchased these casks. So they actually bought the casks from Seppeltsfield with the spirit still in it, or the liqueur I should say still in it, the tawny. And so when you get it, you actually get a whiskey sample, but you also get a sample of the tawny that was in the barrel when they bought it. So what they did is they actually pulled the tawny out of the barrel and bottled it, and then they put the whiskey straight into the wet barrel. They didn't treat the barrel beforehand, they put it straight in. So this one has a slightly cloudier finish, and it takes on a lot of that flavour. You can, like, straight on the nose, you can smell it. And so yeah, if you do buy a bottle of this, it comes with some of the Tokay as well. So, or not Tokay, Tawny I should say. So you get a bit of everything, and this is 46.5 ABV. Oh, yep. It's very smooth, like no real ethanol to it at all. That's very, very smooth. Yum. Oh, but you smell the Tokay, the Tawny. I keep saying Tokay because I had a bottle of Tokay from there when I went and visited. It was delicious as well, but that Tawny smells absolutely delicious. Very, very like burnt caramel. Oh, yum, and like dried figs and stuff. It's very sweet, but it smells so good. She said to drink the whiskey first and then finish it with the last bit of Tawny, so you get a flavour of each. Where you can kind of find the flavours within it without, you know, tarnishing your palate. So yum, I'm gonna enjoy this and then I'll be off. But it's been lovely. Hello everyone. So I've had the most lovely day. I actually came to Tassie with the intent to try and see the Wu-Tang Clan album at MONA. It was on display until today, but you had to score a free ticket to go and see it and have a little listening to it, which I was on the waiting list for and didn't get through, unfortunately, which is a shame. However, having said that, I still booked in to have like a whole day at MONA and just explore Tassie, and it's actually been so lovely. The weather's been amazing. I'm just down at the harbour now. It's nice and quiet now. There's a little bit of pink in the sky, which is lovely. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit of pink. And yeah, I've just come from the Lark Distillery, so having a lovely time. You all have seen that. But it was such a lovely afternoon. MONA is so cool. If you've never been, and well, yeah, you need to like art. You don't need to like art. Like, it's amazing. MONA is amazing. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna go, but just wanted to say how lovely a day it was, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad I came. It's a little solo trip and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, we'll probably grab some dinner and then go back to the hotel and then chill out for the night. MasterChef is on and I've been obsessed with watching it this season, so we'll probably be doing that. Okay, so just checked in. I'm staying at the Quest Apartments right on like Brook Street Pier, right where the MONA ferry leaves from and where the Sky bus drops you off, so it's perfect. They've given me an upgrade, which is lovely. So this is a studio apartment. Not what I'd booked. Yeah. So it's quite a big bathroom. As you can see, toilet. And then in here, it's actually huge. There's a whole like kitchen area, TV, four people can sleep here, 3 beds. Yeah, and then there's the lovely view just to the street, but there's like a pub and stuff across the road, which you can see. So yeah, happy with that. lovely breakfast. Went to a place called Berta, B-E-R-T-A. It's in Hobart City, and I was looking online for some good brunch places, and that was one of the recommendations, and it was delicious. I had the Turkish eggs, which were poached eggs, which I got well done because I don't like a runny yolk. I know, controversial. But it had hummus toast, labneh, some grilled capsicum, and these little green pickled peppers. I can't remember what they're called. I've had them before. They're like a sweet pickled pepper. Not a chili, they're not spicy. And then there was like a chili butter and pickled onions and some sprinkles, some paprika. It was really lovely. And I'd read reviews online and a lot of people had said to get that. So it must be like a signature dish they do. And it was just delicious. And then I've just been wandering around the city, did some shopping, and now I'm down at Salamanca Market. It's not open as a market today because it's not a Saturday, but there is so many like restaurants and cafes around. There's like a few there's like a fountain, there's a chess, like a giant chess you can play. And then, yeah, it's just been so lovely, and it's such a nice little getaway. Literally 24 hours in Hobart. Flew down yesterday morning from Melbourne. Flights were super cheap. Jetstar, I booked them like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Jetstar, $140 return, I think it was, so $75 each way, something like that. And because I'm only here for a night, carry-on was fine. And yeah, it's just been such a lovely way to spend a couple of days off rather than, you know, just chilling out at home doing all the homely things. So I've really loved it. And just, yeah, going to MONA, again, I think I said it yesterday, but so worth visiting. $38 admission, and then I paid the extra $28 for the ferry, the MONA ROMA, from the city out there and back. And it was just so easy and enjoyable. So yeah, would highly recommend coming to Hobart for a couple of days if you are in the south of Australia or live in Oz. It's totally worth it.